Hey guys, I'm here with a flip through of a junk journal that I put in a little gift box I decorated with some collaged paper, and just wanted to record this so that as I make a few more, I don't forget the pages that I would really like to recreate. It's quite a small but chunky book. It is definitely a theme book of Our Lady of the Rosary. It started out as a thank you for prayers, and then I ended up making a few of these just to guide us when we pray the Rosary. The Luminous Mysteries. This book belongs to, a little collaging. And then the person that this is going to, her name is Bernadette. So Our Lady of Lourdes was a young girl, Bernadette, who said that she would go every day and talk to the beautiful white lady, who it turns out was our mother, trying to send messages through Bernadette. And so Bernadette, my friend, actually volunteers all her time with the cloistered nuns, and will hopefully jot down some thoughts and prayers and inspiration and any intentions in this book. She volunteers to shop for the nuns and do some gardening for the nuns, because they do not come outside really. They're cloistered nuns, and she just gives of herself. This little pocket here is a prayer card that I call it ghosting. I don't know if I got that from Carol Tinson. That's so Carol. But you just make 2 copies and cut one shorter, and then the entire image is underneath, but you've got a little pocket on top, and that's really cool. She can put anything she wants in there. So this book is full of pockets and tucks and some spare notebook paper that she can just tear off and replace. This comes out, and I just put a bunch of cutoffs in here that slide in there, and she can jot down what she needs to run and go get, or like I said, just special intentions. And then there's a large pocket. And then I'm also going to include some things that she can collage with, or she can decorate with, as she uses this journal. This is a photograph of my mother. She went to an all-girls Catholic school, and this is her graduation. I think her graduating class was all of 20 girls, but it's just a gorgeous picture. And Bernadette has been praying and having the nuns praying for my mama, who has Alzheimer's, for years now. My mom's doing great, and this is a thank you for all the prayers. And I wanted to include a picture of Mom in the center of that signature. And then, as I mentioned before, this is kind of a guide for the Rosary. So the Joyful Mysteries are here. I made it into a little envelope type pocket that she can, tuck money in, or my kitty cat might come and say hello. Hi, Lily. Lily, are you gonna come help me with this video? She's oh, Lily, you do not fit in that box. Honestly, yeah, I don't think so. My little Lily has packed on a few pounds. So this is a beautiful Mary page, with a bit of lace and some gold buttons, trim, sorry, silk to go with that Mary page. Like I said, there's just little collaging going on. Some banners, some clusters. This is the Sorrowful Mysteries of the Rosary. Another little ghost pamphlet. This was actually copies I made from all of my mom's prayer cards and all of her rosary pamphlets. And Bernadette will probably enjoy that. And then, like I said before, she can just put things in here. A lot of these pages, I just made copies from my mother's prayer books. I just love the way the patina on my mom's old prayer books looked. And then, of course, I've got some paper that I've tea stained, coffee stained. When I baked this one in the oven on the rack, it transferred the rack lines. Now this is the Divine Mercy pocket, and Bernadette and my sister are best friends, so I included a picture in there of Bernadette and my sister from a few years back. And the significance of these cameras are that Bernadette's nickname is Kodak, because she was always taking pictures back in the day. And when she met with my sister at they were camp counselors in college in New Mexico or somewhere, I think it was New Mexico, Kodak was always taking pictures, so everybody dubbed her Kodak. And so I was glad to find some of that camera paper. It was actually a freebie that was left on a table at a scrapbooking class or meeting that I went to at my library. I only went to one. The girls were more into scrapbooking back then, making actual photograph albums. I'm going to include a lot of tidbits in here that Bernadette, who, by the way, used to be a journalist for the newspaper in New Mexico, she can use this almost as a glue book. Here's a library card with some decoupage. I just tucked in with another one of my mother's beautiful prayer book pages. And I just added this morning. This book has been sitting here for way too long. I need to get it in the mail. And every time I get it out to mail it, I put another decoration. This second signature is supposed to be left blank for her to enjoy. This is my mother's handwriting. My mom and dad had a family business, and my mom would just keep the books and had the most beautiful handwriting. Another page from, this is actually a workbook for a daily walk. Here's a little, I wish I could remember, I think this was G. Kerr who does these little floral flips. And then the pockets, the corner pockets, of course, are on everyone's videos, but I think I got it the first time from Carol Tinson, because I used to watch her before I ever made any junk journals. I used to just watch everyone else make them. Then I finally decided, you know what? That just looks like a lot of fun. And I had a really wonderful time making this. I have about 7 more of the actual signatures ready to be embellished and sewn into some covers that I made. So I'll try and complete one for each of the members of my family. Once they saw the one I made for my sister and now this one, everybody says, well, if you want to make me one, I won't complain. Here's another little area to, you know, make notes in or tuck something in. And then I just have some music paper, Some more of that Daily Walk. A little bit of lace. Another top tuck. And then this is paper I collaged with napkins and just bits and pieces. I laid on a big sheet of paper and glued it all on. Next thing you know, I made copies of it, and it's in all of my little junk journals. This is an actual little baggie that my daughter brought back from Our Lady of Lourdes, and I'm going to fill it with goodies for Bernadette. But these baggies, she brought us all back rosaries and little gifts from France when she went with her husband to Our Lady of Lourdes. And then this I made years ago, and I tucked it in here for Bernadette, and I noticed that this word is on here, self, and that is her last name. This is her sister at her wedding. I'm going to tuck that in there as a little keepsake. So this video is probably never going to be viewed by anyone. I got this from Lori Girl on the Ridge. She was always making these beautiful little envelopes to decorate with. And I just put some trim. This is some Japanese map paper that my husband got at an estate sale here in our neighborhood. He brought it home and said, "Can you junk journal with this?" And of course I did. I tea stained it, and it's in every book. So that's this beautiful little chunky monkey junk journal with just seam binding for the closure. I added a couple of beads onto the seam binding. You quite simply just wrap it around a button to close it. And then just lots of beautiful laces and trims that I've received in the mail. The sentiment on the front I thought was perfect. Like I said, she is best friends with my sister. And may the sunshine of life, the sunshine of love, the sunshine of friendship have infinite power to brighten your spirit and brighten your heart each and every hour. I thought that was beautiful, especially with the word friendship. I can't really see through the camera or through my phone very well. That's why I hesitated. But this is Bernadette's book. I can't wait to send it to her. I put some dingly danglies on here. I left some threads that, of course, she can trim off if they're annoying. A lot of that eyelash trim is pretty long. I wish I had long eyelashes. And this book was actually my husband's golf ball box, and he lovingly gave this to me, and I made a little insert that Bernadette can lay her book in here. I did it originally to cover up the brads, but my husband did the brads for me, and I ended up using these beautiful brads. But I figure she can put stuff in here and have a little compartment down underneath her prayer journal, inspirational journal, whatever she wants to use it for. And that's it. I'm signing off. This box turned out to just be the absolute perfect size. My mother-in-law and I had fun making some lollipop flowers. I got this little handmade, I think Tim Holtz, maybe, handmade metal. I think I used layers of sari, wedding lace, and trims from probably Hobby Lobby. Yeah, this was from Hobby Lobby. And then this is, my mother and I gave me this beautiful vintage slip. And it's just like, oh, it feels like water. It feels like air. It feels like it's not even there. And turned out to just be the perfect closure for this book. I wanted something kind of white to grab onto this box and lift with. So there it is. All done, ready to get tucked into the mailbox. I hope they're gentle with it. And you know how they say if it says fragile at the post office, well, they pick it up with their pinkies and throw it across to the next bin. So I'm gonna pack it really, really carefully with bubble wrap. And I know I had a picture of my son somewhere. And there's my grandmother. My grandmother from Pennsylvania, we always said was a saint. So is my mother. My mother is just, it doesn't have a mean bone in her body, never spoke badly about people or neighbors. She loved my mother-in-law from day one, and they were best friends from back in the 70s. So to me, that speaks volumes. When your mother and your mother-in-law are best friends, somebody's doing something right. All right, well, thank you for watching. Bye.